Hello everybody. Before I start the video, I just want to mention that this video is going to have spoilers for the Digital Circus finale. So if you haven't seen it yet, click off the video now or else you'll get spoiled. Anyways, on Friday, I went to see the Digital Circus finale in cinemas. Yeah, I was one of the lucky ones. I had to drive to like the edge of town to see it though. However, it was all worth it in the end. I did miss a few minutes of episode 8, but that isn't really important because we all know episode 8. If you look here, you can see that almost 110 million people have seen the episode. And oh my gosh, do you know how happy I was to see Kane's song on the big screen? I don't have any footage of it from my end, but I did see a video showcasing Kane's Requiem on the big screen.
What it is to feeling years old. What a goddamn shame! Congratulations, all of my friends. Public relations are getting a quiz. Put off your Sunday best because I know we're close to quitting. So play the games and just ignore the games, 'cause all that remains is how you got your ways. Want to leave, what would you like to see? No one running the show.
That was a once-in-a-lifetime event, and I'm so glad I saw it. The first 2 minutes of this video were actually no spoilers for the finale. However, now we are going to get into the spoiler review. First of all, I just want to say that I didn't fully like this episode. Like, they transitioned to different parts faster than my eye could comprehend. A lot of people say that there should have been more episodes, at least 12, and probably even a second season or something. But other than that, it was a really good episode. Also, I think it's funny how they use copyright songs for the finale. That was just so funny. Hang on, this is a huge spoiler, so you have time to leave now in 3, 2, 1, Jack subtracts. Yeah, I know, our favorite purple rabbit. He is now the digital monster. At least he got to be with the time. At least he got to join Ribbit and Kaufmo in the cellar, you know what I mean? Speaking of Ribbit and Kaufmo, we did get a lot of flashbacks showcasing the two. And oh boy, I did not expect their voices to sound like that. I expected Ribbit's voice to be more high-pitched, and I expected Kaufmo's voice to be more low-pitched. However, I think the voices turned out very good. We also saw some times where new characters joined the circus. I forget which ones, but I think one showed Gangle entering the circus. Also, at the end of the movie, we see that when Kane was deleted, he was teleported to the cellar. Not the cellar, the void. And he literally dug into his gums and grabbed out the blue AI. And he threw it into the void. And this scene was kind of emotional, not gonna lie. I forgot to tell you this, but I haven't not actually cried once during the episode. I didn't even shed a tear. And I mean, there was some parts that made my heart feel warm, but other than that, it was fine. And then Kane just so happens to go back into the circus. Like, that just makes episode 8 feel pointless. What am I even saying? Episode 7 didn't need to happen. Everything that was told in episode 7 was literally a lie, except for CNA, as we know. And then Kane gives everybody the power that they can control the circus. Also, this scene was really emotional. Kane put up a TV of some sorts. I don't know if it was a TV, but when he turned on the TV, it showed all the characters' real life versions and what they were doing in the real world. That's right. All the characters in the Digital Circus, like Pomni, Ragatha, Jax, everybody, they are just digital copies of their real life self. And I remember that theory getting so popular, man. I remember it. And so if you believed in that theory, congratulations, you were correct. Correct? What did I just say? Correct. Also, in the end credits scene, not the end credits, just the normal credits, it was animated. We saw that in Zubal's room, there was a makeout session, and you wanna know who that makeout session was with? Gangle. I just can't do this anymore. Zubal and Gangle are both a lesbian. Anyways, to the actual end credit scenes, we saw all the characters. Not their digital selves, but their real life selves getting on a bus. Also, I have yet to discover Pomni's YouTube channel that was revealed in episode 9. I don't actually know if it's a real show or YouTube channel. I didn't memorize it. I'm sorry. If one of you guys saw the episode, can you please comment what's Pomni's YouTube channel called? Because I want to subscribe to it. Anyways, I don't really know what else there is to say. As I said, the episode just shifted plots left and right. I mean, we literally saw Pomni go into Jax's mind, which that was also near the final act of the episode. For some reason, the episode, the circus just got recolored. I don't know if they used paint or if it just happened to turn that way. I don't know. Hopefully Gooseworks gives us some information. But yeah, my final rating for this episode is an 8 out of 10. And if you guys want to give your ratings, you can go ahead and do that in the comments. Wait, there was one final thing I forgot to mention.